Uh, it's now, I think it's 6 a.m., something like that. Might be 5 a.m., I forgot. Uh, so I have this flashlight charged and enough for Wi Fi, which is really great. I've discovered, I was surprised about this. I didn't know this. I don't know everything. I know that it seems like I do, doesn't it? um, um, By the way, I think I'm hilarious. I don't know what anyone else thinks, and I don't really give a shit actually. But a lot of the shit that I'm saying is often joking in some way, and I like to misuse words because it's funnier for me, and I hope that people understand me anyway. So um, if there is ever any confusion or anyone gives a shit, I'm happy to explain whatever. But I just got a lot of opinions about things, and I am trying to be inventive and kind in my thoughts, and it's difficult. You know, I'm frustrated by the world, and I don't think I'm alone in that. I think that's a thing that a lot of people feel all around the world. People of all kinds feel frustrated in whatever position they're in or whatever culture they're in. They're often trapped in many ways, and we all seek liberation. We want freedom, and the only way for us to have freedom is to grant it to others. And that is the essence of love. If you want to think that there is this thing that could be called love that exists in the world, it certainly would have to very much be an enjoyment of everyone else's liberation as well, so that the entire world is a world of free people, free from oppression. Because right now, oppression is this ongoing struggle in the world in many places. In fact, damn near all of them, even in the land of the free. Woo, land of the free. Yeah, there's some freedom problems going on. And, I'm not right and I'm not left and I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican. But I believe, for example, if we were going to talk about America, uh, I believe that America should be what it has promised to be and what it has been sometimes. And I'm going to get hardcore on it. Constitution, absolutely. Is it totally destroyed and burning and torn to shreds and just nothing? Yeah, yeah. No, the government does not follow the Constitution of the United States, and the people have not held them accountable for that. And I'm not, fuck the right, fuck the left. I'm just talking government should follow the law, and everybody has to agree on that, don't they? Isn't that the fucking point of the fucking law? Isn't that the law of the people? And the United States has been doing horrible things to its own people and people elsewhere, which is even worse. I mean, the land of the free exports violence. Holy fuck! What happened there? How'd that happen? Somebody fucked up over and over. And I don't know the last time. I don't know. You can think about alternate universes. We don't live in them, so they don't matter. You can imagine, like, would it have been good or bad if America was more isolationist prior to World War One and just stayed the fuck out of that shit? I don't know that. World War Two, was that a good thing? Maybe, probably. Those guys were bad guys. But now we've been fighting bad guys all over the world, and we'll even create bad guys to fight. Fuck that shit. I mean, I love America so much. I'm an American. I'm a proud American. I love the land. I love the people. And, I don't give a fuck about the details of who's more American than who. Anybody who's American is American. It's a multicultural society. And that's one of the things I love the most about it. And people criticize how shit isn't all perfect in America. Well, I think it does okay. Just like I think Mexico does okay. That's why I like living here. This is a fairly multicultural society. There's been various waves of immigration here, you know, and there's just all this cultural assimilation of all kinds, and it results in this amazing um, cultural diversity of like food, for example. I know a lot of people are into food. I'm not a huge like crazy guy about food. I just eat it because I'm hungry mainly. But other people they really like food tourism and shit. And but this is a great area for that kind of thing. God damn it, I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. That's funny. Um, anyway, so I forgot what I was talking about. Damn it. The thing is, it's fucking dark, which is annoying. This is a result of my electrical system slowly dying. I'm at the end of it. I have enough for Wi-Fi, surprisingly. I thought Wi-Fi took up more energy, but apparently it does not take up that much energy. I'm going to attempt to use some boxes I bought. They're from a company called Ubiquity, and I'm going to attempt to use those to connect internet to another location in the Bosque where the actual solar panels are. In other words, bounce the signal back to a bigger, more important location with a lot more ability for people to be comfortable. The lodge. In other words, bounce signal to lodge. Um, I don't know how to do that, so I've got some guys that I think locally probably have the intelligence to set it up because they're that kind of geeky guys. They're great. They set up my connection to a place. Um, and so that would allow me to expand my service of internet to more people here. And of course, that matters to people quite a bit. So, what else do I got to think about here as I wait for the sun to come up? First of all, why am I even up? It's because I go to bed early. That's one reason I need some good LED lighting. The, right in here, I could actually get to work on something. Without good lighting, I mean, I don't even have a headlamp that's charged. This is so stupid. All my systems are failing. It's so annoying. Fuck. Uh, I don't even have any water. Hey, this is excellent. Oh, well, I got a little tiny bit of tequila. That's great. What a great way to start the sunrise. I think that's a good idea. And wait, isn't there a drink called tequila sunrise? What the fuck is that? Is that like tequila and orange juice or something? I don't know. But whatever it is, what it should be here is mezcal because mezcal is the drink that they have here that they make out of the things that I grow and that they grow right around here. Uh, and that's super cool. Like it is basically the local drink that is. It's made from a different species of agave, and I have blue agave. Blue agave is what they make tequila with. I have like I don't know 5, 10 plants or something. I don't pay much attention to them because you know what? They don't really do that well. They just don't like being here, I don't think. They're not into the party, the plant party here. They never flower. Um, I don't know if any of them have suckered off on the ends, because some agaves do that, like make little pups, babies, something like that. Um, I have a variegated agave that does that. I don't know if it has any use at all. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't have enough of it to use it for anything anyway. I'm just going to keep reproducing the fuck out of it until there's a bunch of it, and then I'll give a shit. It looks really pretty, and so already just on prettiness alone, just on you know base attraction, it's a pretty plant. So I want more of it just all over the place. It doesn't cost anything to do it. You harvest pups and move them occasionally, and you try out spots, and you find out where it really likes to live and where it reproduces the most. And once you discover those microclimates, that place, this is why you want to try it out in many places, right? Uh, you're trying to put the plant in the microclimate it likes, and that's actually easier said than done. Because I have found that even in a place like this, and this is a very interesting spot, so the rules that would exist that we would derive from learning about how to use land and interact with it with plants might be different here. The lessons I've learned here may not apply exactly correctly to a different climate. And that's a great question for every other climate. Like, if I say this thing is a good theory, how does that apply in the Arctic? Okay, well, that'd be an extreme case. It'd be hard to plan much for the Arctic. But certainly, how would it apply from like where I come from Washington State in the United States? It's a great state. If you don't know anything about Washington State, you should learn about Washington State because it is fucking awesome place. It's like the best place, except it's kind of cold and rainy. Um, I'll tell you, if I lived there again, I would go Wally Peony crazy. And I wrote about it on Quora. You can look up Wally Peony, Wallipina, Wally Peony. I'm not good at spelling out loud. Wally Peony. Anyway, it's an underground. It's a dug-in greenhouse. Okay, let's just call it a dug-in greenhouse. That although Wally Peony sounds way cooler, but it's a dug-in greenhouse, and that is to use the thermal moderating um, forces of the earth to provide a very stable temperature for comfortable habitation and cultivation. And now, most people, when they talk about a walipini, will talk about it as a greenhouse. Now, I think we should dig in general as a society, and that if the walipini is a good place for us to grow plants at a temperature we like, it's also the kind of space we want to live in. In other words, even though it's very costly, we should dig in. And I say this as a person who um, does not perfectly know the future, but I know quite a bit about what I think, and I have reasons to think what I think. And I actually try to think well, which you can't say for everybody, unfortunately. I do encourage anyone to give it a shot and do your best. Um, Please be kind, of course, and your search of knowledge, and we'll all make a better world together. Um, I'm getting distracted because I see the first signs of sunlight. I have advice. I have advice. Uh, One of them is to have better lighting than I have. I own a lot of broken lights. In 17 years, I bought a lot of lights of all kinds. I am expert in enlightenment because I have lived in such darkness. It is such a beautiful night out there. Holy motherfuck. I'm going to give you some advice right now. I don't know what'll happen with this video. I don't know who. I'm not even sure. I can't even tell if this is being recorded. Anyway, I think I'm recording. Uh, anyway, it's a fucking really. I'm going to describe to you what I see as best I can. It's so beautiful, and I guess that I can't show it to you because this camera sucks, and I'm just not set up for it. It sucks that I can't do that, but I will try and give it to you in words. One question is, should I bring the fucking puppy? Hey, puppy! You want to come or no? The problem with the puppy, these fucking stairs. See, there should be no stairs inside of a house. Ah, because also people tend to make them less comfortable. They're less safe. I don't like them. You know, I might fall down them. Especially if I was like recording and trying to use one light to light up the stairs and my face. This video could kill me. Be your fucking fault. And now you're watching it. Hope you enjoy yourself. Now that you're part of a horror movie in which Brian falls down the stairs and breaks more shit. So, no, I'm actually a fairly cautious guy. But if I ever do die of some dumbass shit, it'll probably be on camera. Oh, actually, I'm quite conservative in avoiding accidents at this point. I do not need any fucking physical problems of any kind, so I'm not in the mood to take any risks. Walking around right now is still a risk for me. Uh, I did walk around in Yotatiro yesterday, and it was awesome. It was great. I talked to people, a few people that I like and respect in town. Oh, the puppy is out here. Holy fuck. All right, we're going to do some talking about a really interesting topic. Oh, it's a tragedy. Damn. There is no tequila, and I am too lazy to make coffee. Is that true? Am I too lazy to make coffee? Fuck that bullshit. If I had hot coffee, I would be happy. It's really pretty out here. It's so pretty. What you've got right now, and this is the time of morning which you should be up here, in my opinion. And this is not even yet civil twilight. Now, it's going to depend on the day, and I think that there should be on site here in the Bosque a website that informs the residents, and really it could just be a public service for, it could be Yotatiro, you know, or Ronga, but really I care about the Bosque. So if I was going to attach it to a place, it would be Yotatiro, but they don't, I mean, they already live here. They don't need an app to tell them where they live. But for visitors here, it would be really cool to say, okay, here's what you should do clothing wise and timing wise. At what is the earliest time in the morning that could be occurring? For example, this is a very early morning. What there should be here is a big fire. Oh, I left the van doors open, but it didn't rain. I think. Damn. Uh, anyway, no, that'd be a really cool thing to be able to do. Hi, Coco. What you doing? Okay. So this video hopefully will be is being recorded, and this is my advice for coming out early in the morning. First of all, there's reasons to do it, and I'm going to suggest it. This is a cultural norm. I'm suggesting. I am not suggesting that people have to do it necessarily. It depends on which program that they're involved with the Bosque. It depends on our social agreement, and I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna get huge benefits regardless of your role or why you're here or anything else. In other words, I don't want to tell people to do it. Um, some resident staff people will be doing it because they're going to be hosting it. And we're going to make this morning time the most comfortable, amazing time you've ever experienced. And in this case, in this particular case, every morning's different. But in this particular case, let's walk out here. Fuck. The problem is I got to cut down some grass out here too because it's all wet, grassy crap out here, and there's nowhere dry to sit. Um, I can fix all of that, and the key here, and this is the point in this particular video, is that, yeah, already I have plans for breakfast and fires in the morning and all that kind of crap. But in this case, what I wanted to do is get people up extra early, extra warmly dressed, in the coldest motherfucking part of the day because it's been dark so long. It's a hard time. And they come dressed like they were going to go skiing. Or you move. But there isn't enough light to move yet. Now, we can have special spaces for movement in the morning that are well lit with like LED lights. That's cool. I would love that. I mean, we could have 5 a.m. yoga, LED lit. And then right after yoga, the fucking sun hits you and you just feeling like you're going to have an amazing day. So there's all kinds of things. There's no like one thing that we need to figure out is like some magic fucking solution. What I like right now is, and I'll tell you this is fucked up. Um, I am cold as fuck. Not that cold, but pretty fucking cold. I'm not dressed appropriately for being outside. I'm currently standing at the view of the lake where there is nothing around here. Look, you can't see shit, can you? It's dark as fuck out here. And out there over the lake, I don't know if you can see anything at all, but there's bits of fog down the lake. I'm above the clouds, right? And that's awesome. There's still stars out, and I think that's really what I want people to see, and I think that's what I want to be a topic I would like to address with you, if you don't mind. Uh, fuck. There's nowhere dry to sit out here. This is not comfortable. But the thing is this, okay? And listen to me real careful. You will never see the stars unless you follow my directions right now. Well, you follow them later, but you listen to them right now and you realize why they're so smart. If you really want to see the stars, you must bundle up and go out on a correct night. And here in the Bosque, there may never be a correct night when you're here because it could be cloudy. And it's beautiful that time of year. Other times of year, most nights aren't cloudy, like in the winter. So winter nights, there's these starlit skies, but you'll never see them unless you do what I say. So here it is. I'm going to tell you this. You have eyes in your head, probably. And if you don't, then we're going to have to figure out some other technology for you to see some stars. But your eyes work a certain way, and you should know about them because they're a really important part of your body. And one of the things is they take about 20 minutes to adjust to darkness and to see better in darkness. In other words, they don't transfer really quickly. And that's why pirates have eye patches. In case you didn't know that, I thought everybody did, but maybe some people don't. But the reason wasn't because there was a bunch of pirates who only had one eye. It was because then they could go below deck where it's dark as fuck, and you have all this shit that you own that is going to help you survive, and you're trying to manage a fucking team of people. In other words, the fucking captain of the boat has to go up and below deck all the time. Very important. And I can't imagine what it'd be like to be on a ship like that. But it's interesting that, like, if I want to see the stars out here, I'm certainly underdressed because I have to be prepared to be out here for 20 minutes. And here's my advice: if you were coming here or if you were somewhere else, here's my stargazing advice. Okay, have thermoses of hot liquids. Dress for conditions twice as bad as you think are going to happen. Have really just the best, warmest, most efficient, like you're going to go hiking kind of clothing. And you may have a plan. Like in this place, what I like is you could come out here and I'm underdressed, okay? I already told you, I'm in my fucking pajamas, all right? But then again, sometimes I'm in my pajamas all day, every day, you know? I have been getting out more, which is good. But anyway, I'm underdressed. And I bring this up because, if like right over here, which you can't see because there's no fucking light anywhere, that's a huge problem. Massive problem. Uh, while I will have places with light, I will fix that problem. I love the idea of very specific kind of star watching spots, like the most open spot, the place with the biggest sky. I don't know where that is right now, but definitely during a night like this, have places that have total darkness and that even the culture of the space is such that we make it really easy to get up to it. And maybe even we candle light the way. We can have, we can, no, not even that, not even that. No light, no light, no light, no light anywhere near it. And somehow you get there, and the rudest thing to do in that spot is to have a light on. And so arriving and leaving, there's issues, but some kind of completely just dark location where we can really see the sky and the stars because we got that here and we got to maximize what we got. And like right now, I mean, my hands are slowly getting colder and colder. I feel like I'm holding a flashlight in one hand, right? A camera in the other. And I feel like my hands are just going to freeze around them. I also feel like that's actually a healthy thing. There is that guy who likes to go on ice and stuff. His name's something or other. And that's cool. Uh, I kind of agree that your body, I think it's probably as healthy to get too cold and too hot. And so in this case, I'm out here and it's interesting. Like there's an exact time when you would do this. And I know that the sun will be coming up and I know I've got a nice warm bed I can run to right close by. And I can always move around more. Fuck. I'm talking to you instead. You're the problem, as usual. Fucking camera person. Uh, oh, it's gorgeous out here. Oh my God. And right above me, you can't see it because wait, can you see it? Oh, you can see it. Well, That's a really bad image of a half moon. So there's a half moon directly above that. By the way, just for the record, since I do study the moon in smart ways, and I think I just published a video, or I'm about to publish a video about how to make a moon schedule of when shit is cool. The fuck light is that? Oh, duh. Anyway, I'll tell you this: half moon at full moon noon. It's exactly above me. Doesn't mean shit. It's not good enough for navigational purposes. Uh, it is a complete failure as a lighting device in the nighttime. That should be put into my notes regarding what I have already said about scheduling things according to the moon, nighttime things. I don't know if I really did a good job in the other video I did, but basically it's a method of using a spreadsheet to define in your location when the ideal times to use the nighttime are. And of course, that depends on your climate, et cetera. I'm mostly concerned about mine, although my thoughts are useful for other places and can be adjusted. I would have to reconsider them heavily for very northern or very southern places. I'm at 19 degrees latitude, um, and that affects how long the day is, and that affects what the effect of the moon is in that place. So it depends, but you can generate these things for a place you live, and you can figure out like what's the best full moon going to be of 20 200 2000 fucking year it is. I don't know what year it is. Fuck, I should know that. Oh, it's 2021, which by the way sucks as a year, and I don't think 2022 is looking to be that much better, but I hope that a lot of people can get their shit together and be very kind to each other and pull together and uh, need less and conserve energy. I think that these are good things to do in any case. I believe that prior to the pandemic, there are effects of the pandemic. There are also effects of all kinds of other crap going on, and you all know it better than I do. I don't know. I fucking live in the middle of the woods. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I know is what I see on the internet, and then I watch trees grow, which is a fucking beautiful thing. Um, but I don't like most of what appears to be going on in the world, and I think that most of it is not good. Uh, I do realize there are wonderful, optimistic things, and I see too many bad things going on. I don't see a future for civilization or humanity um, because of the things we are currently doing and that we will continue apparently to do. And I don't know what to do with that realization or thought. It's a kind of a bummer, isn't it? I don't like it. Fuck, it is cold out here. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna try stretching out a little bit. Ah, fuck, fuck. God damn it. There's all these wet plants out here. See, in the past, people have done yoga. Oh, look, you can see the sky out there, can't you? Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you can kind of see it probably. It's just this really smooth gradation of. I should turn this light off. This is like the only light I have left, except my phone, which I'm using up on this camera. Although I can't record if I don't use the light, can I? I can record that shit though. I mean, it is really just epically beautiful in the most subtle ways. Um, it it just it almost it's intimidating. It's fucking intimidating. Every time I look at a fucking sunrise, oh Jesus. Oh no. I thought I had trapped a dog, but I did not. It's intimidating. The sunrise is so intimidating because I can never paint something like that. Um, and that should be irrelevant. That should not be my fucking competition because I lose. You cannot ever paint something as beautiful as this. And I guess that's why I would encourage people if they were ever here or wherever you are. I mean, like, where is your nearest sunrise? That's a good question you can ask yourself. Where's your nearest sunrise? Where's your best place to go on an early morning picnic that you know is going to end in more warmth and sunlight than when you started? Because you know the weather and climate where you are, and you bring your family, and no one else is out there. Like, this is beautiful right now. And I don't know if there's any places near Aranga. Like, if you were in Aranga, where would be the best place to walk to watch the sunrise? That's a wonderful question to ask. And it is also for Yotatiro. Not everybody has a cool rooftop deck. Um, I would say at this point, probably the bull ring would be the best place to watch the sunrise in Yotatiro. That'd be my thought. Hey, why the fuck? The fuck? God damn it! Why is that dog barking? Hey, dog! Shut the fuck up! Fucker. That's just rude behavior. Well, I'm going to continue to narrate for you, interjecting little bits of philosophy. I have no idea why, but I'm alone for a long time up here, so you are my company. Good luck with that. Over the lake, there's a massive bank of clouds. Now, sometimes I'm in those types of banks of clouds, and then I can't see shit. And it's kind of fun. It's like sometimes the entire forest is filled with fog in the morning, and I love foggy mornings. They're inherently mysterious and strange, and just walking around, everything just feels so different. Especially being a person who spent so much time in a place, like one place as I have. Um, it's any change in the forest is a um, I don't know how to describe it. It has greater pull on me than if I was just going to a forest and visiting it. I have been to many forests in my life. I was very lucky to have a dad who was really into nature. And so from a very, very young age, I was exposed to natural environments for many, many months at a time, like 3 months sometimes. Or traveling around, we also stayed in a lot of national parks, and I saw a lot of United States' natural beauty, which I loved. Oh, I think I was saying some political shit earlier. Oh my God. It's too late now. I want the best for everybody. That's what I want. And we have to have the best for the planet because otherwise we all die. So there's some issues there. Anyway, I think I was also narrating this. Who the fuck are you? Hey, you are not big enough to do dangerous shit. Oh my God. Frida's following Cabron into some kind of something. Hey, come here. Oh, good. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl, Frida. Oh my God. And she's all wet too. She's like, man, you're gonna fucking freeze to death out here. Come here. Holy fuck. This is not a safe place for that little girl to be running around, actually. A lot of shit goes on around here. Come here. Come on. Yeah, come here. Let's go back over here. Okay, come with me. Go back to the house. What were we talking about? Oh, I want to watch a fucking sunrise. Anyway, there's a huge bank of beautiful clouds. Yay. My flashlight is completely dying. This is the last light that I have. And if I turn on a light on the electrical system, it will shut down. So I'm fucked. And that's fine. The experiment is in how to live with less energy, right? This is really cool. Tiny motion sensitive light, just one. But does that work at all? Kind of, yeah. Hear that rocket? That rocket means, god damn, somebody should have made coffee, and that somebody is me. Oh. Just to wrap up on the advice on the stargazing, I don't know if it really matters that you need to be able to recognize star constellations and shit. I'm not into the zodiac at all. I do not give a fuck what Mercury's doing or retrograde of anything. All of that is just bullshit, okay? You can say it. My estimation of your intelligence, trustworthiness will plummet. I will no longer trust you if you believe in astrology. If you believe in numerology or the Enneagram or human design or anything else that tells me who I am based on my birth date, are you fucking shitting me, dumbass? No. And you're usually a chick. I guess there's some guys into it too. Uh, but you're just believing stuff that isn't true. Okay? Stop doing that. And it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I understand religion and I understand beliefs and I understand, you know, homeopathy and pseudosciences. And I've studied this shit all my life. I grew up in it, you know? I grew up being exposed to various forms of bullshit, and then I exposed myself to more forms of bullshit, and it immunized me to bullshit. I recommend taking the same path. If you're going to study and be into one belief and get all excited about it, I recommend reading a whole bunch of other ones, and you'll start to see patterns in different forms of systems offered to you which 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 wish to control you ultimately against your will. And that is most systems that exist in the world because that's why systems exist and they do a good job at it. And so you have this ownership theoretically of yourself. Okay, let's start with that. Do you own you? Who owns you? That's the most important thing. And if your answer to that is some other system owns me, then that's something that apparently you're agreeing to. Uh, and a lot of other people around you are agreeing to. And that is an optional decision. Um, I believe a lot in personal ownership, like you should own yourself and your own labor. And you can insert, I mean, that should be part of any theoretical philosophy that is good in any way, is that you definitely own you. And there are limitations that we place on what you can do with other people because that matters to them. And we make limitations on what you can do to the planet itself, anything living really. It's not just other people. A lot of law is focused on other people, but I think it is also important to legally protect the earth itself. And that gets into some really complicated conversations about the nature of government, the nature of land ownership. There's issues we have with natural resources all around the world because some of them aren't everywhere and we want them for other places to make, like phones that I'm using, for example, to talk to you on. So I am an environmentalist in a sense, very much so. But I also understand these massive conflicts and difficulties that we currently have in the planet. Uh, I mean, when sand, sand can be a resource that we might use up. It's like, holy fuck. We're having a fairly big impact on the planet here. But yeah, well, that's all another thing. This is supposed to be a review just on the sunrise, isn't it? Are we getting distracted? Look out there. There was some kind of painter. He just made some gradations of some colors. Relatively boring paintings in some sense, if you compare it to this, as far as the actual thing itself, right? The actual object. But of course, he made one you could hang up in your living room. He made a couple of color band type things. I don't know what I think about that kind of art. I think it's fine. Actually, it looks better than, like, I mean, if I had an apartment and I was this guy actually, if I had an apartment and I didn't have any art and I didn't want to buy any, uh, the actual primary motivation to paint was so I'd have some art. That was it. So I don't know. I'm also confused as a person who's supposed to be painting. That's one of my career options, I guess, if I paint and sell, which I did a little bit of. Um, oh, it is so cold out here. My fingers are fucking immobile. Oh, that some guy was supposed to make coffee, and that guy was me. Holy fuck. How am I supposed to make coffee and watch the sunrise? Well, the sunrise is really fucking slow. Oh, fuck. Seriously, my hands are like frozen almost. Oh, and this poor little puppy over here. What is this puppy? This puppy's fucking insane. Get the fuck in the house. No, don't act weird. Just go in the house. It's too cold for you here. Get the fuck in the house right now. God damn it. I'll go in the fucking house. Little puppy follows me in the house if I go in the house. She follows me around like a puppy dog. What a surprise. I really like her. She's so fucking awesome. All right. So one question is, can I turn on this light and not have the whole system go out? I'm going to try it. Because it's really hard to operate and do anything when you have no light. The difference between a little bit of light and no light is huge. And the ideal use, actually, the best use of solar power is to enlighten the night. Um, it is to make the nighttime as lit up as possible. Um, without that, and I guess I'm illustrating that here, is that I'm afraid this tiny, actually it's like a 9-watt bulb, which is really big for me. Uh, this light here is using up for me a lot of electricity because my batteries are so old. Now that's cool because I'm discovering the end of life of batteries. I'm discovering the very limits of what is possible to do, which is cool. And I hope I'm doing that in anticipation of somehow building an actual bigger system. In fact, I have a plan of where to put panels at. And I'd like to make a bigger system that's all integrated and smart and provides far more power than the tiny ass one I have now. Although I'm not going to remove the tiny ass one I have now because I like it. That power will be used for something. And it might be for pumping water, actually, because that's an area that collects water. And um, that could even also support a sauna because I want to build a sauna type thing, you know? Ah, fuck. God damn it. So back to my advice. Um, Here's my advice. It's to get up super early. Have your special clothing for that because you're going to want it at nighttime too. If you're here in the Bosque, ever, it's my advice, uh, you're going to have to deal with conditions you're not used to. Imagine you're going camping. Imagine that. because that's essentially what you're probably going to be doing. Now, if you already live in the van life or something, then you already are all set up and you're all, you're experts. Most people are not. And so my goal is to help them become expert campers really quickly. And the reason I mentioned camping just, you know, is because, I got a lot of space for camping. It's awesome. And sometimes the year are perfect for it. Every time of the year is a little different. Uh, fucking mouse. Hey, fuck you. Okay, where's my knife? I see you, motherfucker. Stay there. Fucker, motherfucker. Fuck, he ran away. They're super fucking fast. God, fuck. Uh, God. Fuck you, motherfucking mouse. The problem is they're really cute. I love them. I think they're great. But they shit on everything and they eat everything, and I don't have places protected against them good enough. And it's terrible. It's just terrible. Hi, honey. Oh, I bought tuna fish for the puppy. I forgot. I get to give her tuna fish today. I bought 5 cans of tuna fish. I was giving her tuna fish every day. I gave her my entire stock of tuna fish because she's so tiny, and tuna fish is like my favorite food. It's one of my vices, you know. Uh, uh, it's one of my vices. God damn it! Fucking mouse just went over there. Oh my god! You know, I don't like mice. I think they're cute, and I want to kill them. Oh, oh, my hands are cold. I wonder what temperature it is. Let's go check. That'd be fun. So I've got my coffee going. It's cowboy coffee. It's just some coffee thrown into some water in a pitcher. Very simple. It is now, well, it's not really that cold. It's 59 degrees Fahrenheit, about 15 centigrade or Celsius, something like that. Um, Hi, puppy. Why are you down here? It's too cold for you. She only will be where I am. I need to make her a doghouse that is, and I did a whole video about this as a project. I need to make her a morning and an evening doghouse almost, like just like I imagine for the people. And I've done videos about this as far as architecture goes. Just like I want to have um, spaces in the morning, like right now, for example. Now, we're going to skip talking about stars anymore, okay? Those are gone because the sun's coming up. But ideally, I mean, you could start your day pretty damn early, and you know you're going to keep ending it with something that gets better and better, as opposed to staying up late at night where it just gets colder and colder. So there's this huge benefit to actually waking up and getting the fuck out there. And I guess there's two ways to go, and of course there's in the middle. Um, and that is, let's think of this: three paths in the morning you could take. One is get the fuck up and move, and that's my favorite one. And anyone who does that, I have great respect for. I immediately think they're a smarter, healthier, better person. That's what I think. Get up. You don't need a ton of clothing because you're going to be moving, and you can do that as soon as you have enough light. I don't recommend that uh, path Um, it's an incompatible path with the other ones. I don't recommend doing it before civil twilight. In other words, you must have enough light to safely walk around and be active or do whatever you're doing. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, the first thing you're going to do is stretch out anyway. And you could stretch out for a good 20 minutes, and right there, your whole body is going to be way healthier. And then once there's more light, when it's really easy to see trails, then you could go for a jog, and you don't have to go crazy with it. You don't have to be like a trail runner guy, and there doesn't have to be timing of like how long it takes to do something. Like what's the record speed? No, fuck that shit. I think that we should have defined trails for walking, and I have had those in the past, uh, but I haven't remade my maps since I did some changes to some roads a while back. And so basically, I have to redefine what are some trails. And what's interesting is that I've designed a lot of things for efficiency and done them on contour. The truth is that somebody who wants to go hiking, somebody who wants to uh, enjoy a space like this, for example, right now would be a great time of morning just to get started on a hike. I don't know what time it is, but um, it's chainsaw time. There's chainsaw over there. There's chainsaw over there. You know, that's not on my property. I'm pretty good at telling exactly where I hear it from and where it is and isn't. But I'm on the edge of change, I tell you that. And it's not all good. Just to update you on the exciting news, I'm like a newscaster for this cool morning broadcast. There's now a dark gray bank of clouds below, and then above that, the sky is becoming lighter, and the fog almost is moving in. Like right now, the trees just above the railroad tracks are covered in fog, and so it's almost as if a bank of fog has grown up and is moving this way. So for all we know, we're going to end up in a bank of fog. It looks like it. There's one right there headed this way. So that's kind of obvious. Um, what a beautiful morning! Oh my God, it is so nice out here. Okay, so we've got these categories of people. So I like the idea of the moving the most. Like right now, for example, it just got light enough here. Just got light enough. Right now, I don't know where the sun is at. I don't know what the exact number is on civil twilight here today. And that should be published every day to all people. They should always know exactly when civil twilight is. Because civil twilight is the most important time of the day. Everything you do at that time, when the moment that light comes enough to function without electrical energy, um, is the most valuable human labor time that there is because it is not too hot out. You are focused, you are rested, and hopefully you stuff some food in your face really quickly and got to fucking work. You know? No fucking around, no leisurely breakfasts and shit. Here, those rules don't necessarily apply. I think that as far as me just thinking as, a hardcore person who wants to get some shit done in the world, and I would like other people to join in the effort. Um, that was a pretty big tree. Just went down. Uh, wonder how far away that is. It's not far. Okay, so what are we coming up with here? I'm still with you. Uh, oh fuck, I'm making coffee. I got to remember things like that. See, that's another problem with making coffee is you have to remember you're doing it. That's like difficult. I mean, I'm distracted here. It's this beautiful sunrise. Oh, I sure would like some coffee. This little dog is still too cold. God damn it. Yeah, I want to build her one that the sunset goes into and that the sunrise goes into. And there's a window there, a double pane window that directly fills that little room with the light of the latest day, the latest light of the day and the earliest. So two different dog houses. And they could even be in different spots. It's possible, you know. Although really it would be nice if they were near the place she also sleeps at night because she needs that. Currently, she sleeps with me, which I know might sound disgusting to some people. Sorry, I do sleep with a dog, not in a intimate sense, but physically, yes. She's made of nothing, and she's going to freeze her ass off any other way. Currently, I'm fucking cold, and I have a lot of. I have like. I tried to calculate the difference in the total mass of us, but let's say that I weigh 180 pounds, 185, 180. No, I don't know what I weigh. Forgot. But um, she weighs like 5 pounds, maybe six. I'm not sure. In other words, she weighs nothing. And so I get very worried about her. Here she is right here. Look at her. This poor little being. She's she's cold as fuck. God damn it. I do need some kind of sling or something to stick her in like a little baby. I hate to say that because it sounds like she's a wuss, but it's not totally her fault. She's made of nothing. Hi, honey. How you doing? You're not warm enough. Ugh. This could also just be fixed by making little beds for her in different spots. I mean, this sounds so wussy, really, but it's not a bad thing. And the thing is that she's a very prissy girl. She's not as dirty as most dogs, really. And so, like, if I, for example, over there in that corner right there, had a tiny little bed that I put her in with a bone and said, "Look, this is your little house in the kitchen." And then she would be like, "Oh, cool. This is the best, comfiest place in the whole kitchen. I love it." Right now, she's just shivering. Look at her. She's fucking suffering. This is terrible. Fuck. And she, okay, there's only one way to go. This is it. All right, get off me. Go upstairs. Go upstairs, be warm. All right. So, in the absence of a warm place for her to be that's near me, I can force her to go to a place that's inherently much warmer and she's got a bed so that she won't be as cold. But I think I should make little beds for her all over and make them pretty small. She's not going to get any bigger, you know? Like, I think that they should be. Well, I had a crazy idea of using rabbit fur as part of it. Not a bad idea. I love rabbit fur. But the problem is that she might chew the shit out of it. Or maybe she wouldn't. Oh, this is great out here. So this is a pretty slow sunrise. And I rate sunrises. I rate them like on a 0 to 10 scale or something like that. It gets a 1 for just coming up at all. So if the world ever blows up or something, then the sunrises probably won't be cool anymore, and they get zeros then because there is no world left. There's some interesting, nice light clouds in there. Um, there's some really nice stripy things up there, just over there somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, those are kind of cool. Just little clouds there for because what we're really looking at is this massive swirling sea ocean of air currents, and that's what's causing the clouds, right? It's movements and pressures and things, and so it's exciting to watch them here because we're above a lot of stuff with a big view, which is great. So it's great for cloud watching in that sense, because it's free art, you know, and you can't make something that cool. So it's a free show. It's a light show, and a lot of people want to sell you stuff that they made because they own it. This is something that nobody owns, and it's the sky. It's beautiful. It's like, you know, like I went to Las Vegas and I went to some street and it had a big arching dome thing over it, and Fremont Street, I think they called it, which is not the same as Fremont, Seattle, apparently, at all. But but it was neat. It was a cool show. This is like that. It's just like that, except it's a whole different kind of show, and it's free most every day. The worst you'll get is a really boring sunrise, and that will happen. Fucking coffee. Ugh, takes too long. Hot drinks should be a centralized and essentially free service of the Bosque, included with anyone who's here. I have been to an all inclusive resort before, and I was quite interested in how their food system worked. And I liked some of it, and I didn't like other parts. Um, and then I have issues with the whole resort location in general. So the food system isn't the only, I mean, the food systems connect to everything else. I thought it was very efficient. It seemed healthy. It was cool. There was a really cool, you know, extra little restauranty fancy experience where the guy lights shit on fire, and, you know, that was like a show kind of. It was very fine. It was, and the family was loving it. There was some, I was with a friend, a really kind friend's family, and I was on the coast of Michoacan. No, I was on the coast of Guerrero and Ixtapa. So it was a large hotel in Ixtapa. I forget exactly which one it was. Um, I have a hard time talking about the resorts without insulting them. Instead, what I should do is offer what I can do better for my values and for what I like. Um, there, even, you couldn't just get hot water, for example, which I didn't like because lots of people can use hot water to make drinks that they like really, really fucking hot water right in your thermos, you know? And that's a useful thing, or hot water almost on tap, you know, in various places. I think that's a hugely valuable thing for the morning times like this. Like right now, I'm waiting for this fucking coffee. I'm also trying to watch the sunrise, and that's inconvenient for me. Turn this fucking light off. Ah, oh, man. Where's the fucking puppy? Oh, I locked her upstairs. Good. Fuck yeah. I worry about her too much is the problem. Like she's not smart enough to know how fragile she is. She doesn't understand. She's clueless. And it's too cold and wet out here for her. I mean, she could actually get hypothermia, and if I didn't notice, I don't know. I just worry about her. I can easily fix this with infrastructure, like have more spaces that are more protected for both people and even tiny people like her, that are just inherently warmer. I already want to make a place to actually have chicken human interactions, um, that would be really fun, uh, with very, very young chicks, because they're so fun, and I want them to be socialized because then they'll be better chickens for people. Oh my God, look at this shit out there. There's these clouds here. Those were just black stripes a second ago, and now they're catching the light of the rising sun that is behind this bank of clouds over there, and they're just looking sculpturally beautiful. They're like racing striped clouds or something. They're fantastic. Look at that. And already, it's good I didn't bundle up. In the nighttime, you definitely want to bundle up as much as you can if you're going to be out. But in the morning, if you're going to move around, that's great. We're going to talk about three areas, right? One is just don't wear a ton and get out there and move. It's not bad if you time it right. If you want to walk around in the nighttime, anything an hour before sunrise, you should be bundled up and you should have really good lighting. And what the fuck are you doing out at night? It's best to be in bed at night and sleeping. This is not a good place for nighttime partying. We shut everything down here at about 8 hours, 9 hours, or 7 hours. It depends on the time of year, depends on what seems to be working the best for us. But we set a shutdown time at night where fires get put out, and there are no events scheduled past that time, except for the very many exceptions, because those are fun and cool, And don't tell me that on the coldest, longest night of the year, the winter solstice, that isn't a great time to have a kind of bigger fires and stay up late at night and light more candles and fuck the night and bring on the light. And, just solstice could be a time where you might break rules like that. It's not energy efficient, but, how can you say no to that kind of party? It'd be very fun, you know, hot drinks and, uh, yeah, that sounds good. Summer solstice is a little different, but anyway, what are we doing? We're still doing a review of the sunrise to the background sound of chainsaws from over there and chainsaws from over there. I still have a couple trees I want to cut down, but not today. Look at these guys up here. These guys are big birds. Those appear to be ravens. The ravens have been going ape shit around here lately. That's a pair of them, probably male and female. I think that they are fairly coupley, and somewhat territorial. But twice now I have seen massive raven parties, like super massive raven parties, um, where there's like 20 of them that I could count even. And then there was some more later, It was like, I don't know what's going on around here, but it's like this big raven convention multiple times. And I'm happy for it. I think they're magical, cool birds. They're super smart. I don't know if they're called whatever. They're like crows, kind of, but they're big and cooler. And oh, there's one right there, and there's one right there going by. Watch it. There it goes. The number one thing I can do here, it's a really important project, and I don't know who's watching this, but I'm going to start asking for donations for all kinds of things, and you try and support where you can and help me ask you better how to do it. Like, do I need to set up special projects or what? But getting more water, which is not for people, but is specifically for wildlife, is a huge, huge, great project to do here. It is ecologically awesome for multiple reasons. There used to be in the ravines around here water flowing. Well, now there isn't. And that's because humans have used it. They're using it now, most of them. And I'm not going to get involved with that. That's not my fucking problem. That's already done. I don't care. Everything here gets run off rainwater, and it's my water if it falls on my land, in my opinion. And so all I do is, in this case, what I want to do is have specialized roof systems. It can be any roof. I have extra water all over the place. Water is not the problem. Storage is the issue. So collection is no problem. I can collect everywhere. The storing of it costs, and I have to store enough to then feed uh, we could call it a bird feeder or a bird bath if we wanted to, but some of them are for other types of wildlife. But sure, let's start with bird bath. The thing is that the number of birds here is not limited by the number of plants. It's not limited by the amount of habitat and nooks and crannies and trees and nesting materials. The birds are only limited here because the water no longer flows in the ravine where it used to. And so what we're really doing is restoring. If we capture water and then we deliver it during more parts of the year, what we're doing is we're restoring a habitat that currently is underutilized by our bird friends, who we think are cool, right? We like our bird friends. They spread seeds around. This year there's more and more wildflowers here. Birds are like unpaid seed collectors, and they collect all the native species of everywhere around here, and they put it here to save it as a living seed bank because we are losing species right around here. That's what's going on. I don't want to get too into what other people do. I'm just doing a sunrise review. So the sun's not quite up yet, but the sky is getting a little bit hot over that big cloud bank out there. You can't see any of the hills. Oh, I see mountaintops just over there. There's some tiny mountaintops. That's over somewhere near Quanajo, probably. Might be closer. Quanajo's a place where they make furniture. So you've got bits of wispy cloud up here, way up there, and that's just beautiful. They're just kind of scattered across there. You could never, I mean, you could do it with oil paints. You could use oil paints, and you could get a very similar effect to that. And a very skilled painter could do it. That's not the kind of painter I am. And by the way, that cloud goes way over there. It's all stretched out now. And now you've got the first really hot spot coming up on the sunrise. It's this. The question is, when will it get so hot you can't look at it? You shouldn't look at it anymore. It's not close to that yet. But it's this blazing fire. This blazing fire just on the horizon of the clouds. And there's two cloud banks, actually. There's a closer one and a farther one. The closer one is coming this way, the farther one is across the lake. It's in those other mountains. It might be that in the interior of the lake that it's already not cloudy. I doubt that. No, this is probably all filled in. It's just a sea of cloud there. Hi, Mayhem. How you doing, baby? You cutie baby dog. Yeah. Yeah, you honey baby. Can you see her? That's Mayhem. She's my oldest, smartest, most evil genius dog. It's a good thing she can't do more because I might be afraid of what she would do. She's a lovely dog. Um, I like her a lot. Ah. So I just figured out that I can do Facebook Live. I think that's what I'm recording on. I'm not sure, and that's cool. Because I'm out of hard disk space. And so it's a way for me to continue broadcasting. I don't know if I can go away from Wi Fi and continue to broadcast or not. I'm not sure how that works, but I'll test it out later. But for today, it's nice to have you hanging out with me in this morning. Um, cool sounding bird up there. Anyway, so the Oasis project is one in which it needs a budget. It's real simple. The capture space is not the problem. I can hook this into any capture system I have that already overflows anyway. In other words, I have fucking ability to capture water. The issue is storage. And then the issue is delivering it in the most efficient way so that the least amount of water can get into the mouths of the most amount of birds. And that means that the trough itself should be shaded, and it should have a camera in it to really well record, perhaps from two angles even. Um, Built-in cameras, right? Okay, is what I'm suggesting here. To do really good capture on the birds, really good, and have it be either LED lit. In fact, there's nothing wrong with that. If you can get the birds to do it, you can have a variety of kinds, but I would love to have a full lighting control on it because that is what affects what images you can get. And for the birds that like that, you can get great images of them all the time. Um, I suppose there's a limit to how many images we really need of a given bird, but really it's also a scientific thing. Oh my God, this is all just lighting up here. To see how many of different birds there are over time. I wish I had that data for the last 17 years that I've been here because it is my belief that the bird life has increased significantly. And my local friends, some of them think that too, uh, including a guy who played here as a child. So he's been here a long time. And his dad's been here even longer. And so I think improving bird habitat is should be one of our goals, but the number one thing with that has got to be water. There used to be water, now there isn't. And I've got all these trees that have seeds and stuff. And I know that encouraging birds here, that they're going to eat my fruit that I'm trying to grow. I understand that. I'm working against myself. And they're going to steal away from me my fruit. Guess what? If I'm going to grow it in their fucking forest, then it's their fruit too. And I will figure out how to harvest and have a wealth of produce for all. And that's a hard position to take. You know, when I was a kid, we used to shoot starlings with a BB gun and kill them. Uh, Not that often. I was never into killing that much, but we had guns, and later we had 22s. But now the sun is finally coming up. Look at that. It's just cresting over the clouds there, and everything is changing. This big tapestry of color up there, and then really in close here, there's a pink cloud, really in close. And to be honest, it's going really fast, and I have no idea how far that is away. I don't know. I can't tell. Look how pretty that is. Wow, what a great morning. Thanks for sharing it with me. It's fun. Uh, oh, shit. God damn it. The coffee is probably boiling like crazy. See, this just doesn't work. I can't be in charge of shit like this. Ah, man. Ah, ah. Should I, oh my god. Fucking god damn it. Yeah, it's boiling its ass off. Ah, right there. Ah. I was wondering how many kilos of coffee I drink a year, and I can actually now estimate that because since April, I think I've used certainly under 10 kilos, perhaps something more like four. I think about 4 kilos, which is a fair amount, you know. That's probably a lot for a person to drink of coffee. I do like coffee. I mean, I'll drink a fucking pot a day, no problem. I slam it down in the morning, and I don't think it's bad as far as I can tell. Um, I like it. Oh, I don't think I can provide everybody with a pot of coffee every day as part of the included thing of the Bosque. I think that there should be a place you can fill up a thermos, and it's paid to fill up thermoses. You go with your thermos, it gets filled, and uh, and you pay for that. In other words, you're buying liters of. I don't know what the fuck that is. I think it's like really old coffee or something. Ugh. Ugh. So this is interesting doing this live idea. Now I'm not actually live. I don't think at the moment. I think that there's no one actually watching. I think I made it as unlisted, and so you'll see it after I recorded it. And I will have to decide whether I think that my thoughts were worth your time, as will you. Maybe I'll mark certain videos I make as open source in some way so that other people could actually edit them down into something more coherent and useful to you. Or you might find me amusing because I'm funny. Although apparently I'm only funny when I don't think I'm being funny, which is very suspicious. One more thing that makes me question humanity. All right. We're still checking on that sunrise, aren't we? I've got my fucking coffee now. This is so awesome. I'm so happy. And I found my notebook that was missing. It's sitting right there on the table. That's why it was missing. It wasn't where I was. Um, and oh, there is fog in the trees over there now. So really, that fog bank has arrived here, as I predicted. Look at this shit. Yeah, in the trees over here, and way over there. And it's really nicely lit out as well. It's like not even dark. And there's this beautiful, pleasant fog. Sometimes it's deeper and darker, and which is also very cool. But this is like the subtlest fog. It's very sweet. It's as if there wasn't fog right here, but there is right over there. But if you were over there, you'd probably see it over here. It's just over there. It's very foggy. Look at that shit. So that whole ridge there, that's here. That's Rocky Ridge is what it's called, and it's got some tall pines on it that are just gorgeous. We've been collecting seeds off those. We've been collecting pine cones this year to then harvest the seeds because if we don't collect them, the squirrels eat most of them, although plenty of them go on to be pine trees. There's baby pines everywhere. Everywhere there's baby pines. It's ridiculous. They're a nuisance. Not really, because they're understandable, simple plant. And even if you're going to cut them down later, they make a nice pole. So even if they're in a stupid spot, if they're not hurting anything, it doesn't matter. I got lots of baby pines that I'm going to, my long-term plan for them, it depends on the exact individual tree because I'm real picky about that. But for the majority of them, they're going to die. They're not something rare around here. Holy shit. My friend is arriving to help me out with some projects. And you help him out indirectly. You help his family, and you help knowledge in the local area. He's a teammate of mine, an amazing guy. We talked about doing an interview with him. That'd be really cool. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I gotta go. I think. I don't know how to turn this off. What the fuck is going on around here?